Ladies and gentlemen, JC is working on planting field
16.
16. This is a huge field. Jeepers criminy. He's planting oilseed radish like I requested. Taylor, would you mind giving him a hand?
Yep, I'll grab the other one.
All right, I'm going to start harvesting this cornfield. If that's okay with you fellas. I'll get that operation underway. What'd you say, Taylor?
Where are we buying seed? Is there a seed buy on here somewhere?
That's a good question.
North of field 17. Says buying silo.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Is it like, I don't think I've even seen it yet. Is that what those two white things are on the screen? The two white drop-off points?
Yeah. Yeah, one is seed. It filled up this cultivator for $380.
Okay. I'm just running around. So how was your guys' week? Did you guys have good weeks?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Outside of Tuesday.
Yeah, did you have, was it the flu Tuesday?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of going around, I heard.
No, it was just, I don't know what it was. I think I just ate something bad.
My daughter was throwing up and stuff on Tuesday. She caught something.
Yeah, luckily I didn't have that. It was just, stomach hurt a lot.
Huh. I'll have to turn the volume down a little bit more. I think some of these tractors are actually like like really loud.
Yeah, this 40 series is definitely.
I don't know why the mod tractors do that. The models are really good on these tractors though, but there's always some kind of quirk, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say the sound sounds good. It sounds on point.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I was looking at that new flight sim, and I think it stinks because it's like they're... Plus the cost, like, okay, so if I'm going to play double the price, I want to get double the content. So the base game comes with 30 airplanes, and then you could pay double the price and get 40. And the base game comes with 30 airports, or you can pay double the price and get 40. So it's 40 airplanes, 40 airports that are highly detailed. And I'm kind of like, well, no, if you're going to pay double the price, then you should get like 60 airplanes and 60 airports, right? Or 40 airplanes and 60 airports. They should double it.
Right.
It's 30, I'm sorry, with the premium, it's 30 airplanes and 40 airports with premium. So I'm thinking like, why is it that you're only getting like 10% more? You should get like double the amount. If you're paying double, you should get double the amount. I mean, I know they put a lot of effort into the models and stuff, but it's just, that's, to me, I'm like, if I'm going to pay double, I want double the stuff. Like, that's,
right. They're
asking a lot of money for the premium edition.
I've heard people say it looks really good, though.
It does. It looks amazing. And there, you know, some cool airplanes that are in the premium, and there's some cool airports. It's got, the premium edition's got Denver and San Francisco International, which are both beautiful airports. Schiphol. So there's like some cool stuff, but I'm a little frustrated at that. Like, if I'm going to pay that, that's a lot of money. Now, that said, you know, when Farm Sim X came out, they had Flight Sim X came out. The premium edition was also, I think it was over $100 if I remember right.
Now, so, is that just a standard video game flight sim, or do they actually use that also for learning purposes?
I think
is it that good a quality.
You know, I don't know exactly. I know in the past they did use flight sim for ground training, so understanding how ATC operates, understanding how to read charts, how to navigate using radio, like VOR frequencies and stuff like that. That's all modeled in flight sim, and I know that some flight schools did suggest people, you know, learn how to program the radios and stuff using flight sim. However, I don't think, you know, the old version had a model that was realistic enough for them to you know, feel like someone could hop in. Now, people, you know, obviously there have been emergency situations where people have actually, you know, only ever flown a flight sim and they've hopped into an airplane and rescued the day. That actually has happened. So, can somebody that's flown flight sim actually land a real airplane? It's possible. Not probable.
But they don't use it. It's not.
They do not. They do use. I know that X-Plane, with their blade theory technology or whatever they call it, they have some kind of special like the way that it reads the wing in the wind pattern is like the way that it happens in real life.
Okay.
So I know that they do use that program to design and test aircraft in real life. Once again, I'm not sure that they use it as a simulator. I believe that the airlines have their own like software for that kind of stuff.
I would imagine so, yeah.
And it's not related to any of the gaming software that we have. Maybe it has like some stuff from it, but it's a whole system. You know, it's like they have the control panel and all of the instrument navigation systems, the ILS systems.
Oh yeah, that's going to be like a whole motion machine.
Yeah, and they do the computers that they train in. They actually have motion cabins and stuff like that. So when you pull the stick, it moves the cabin around and stuff. So.
We had one like that when I was learning to drive semi. We had a motion simulator.
Oh.
For some training purposes that they use.
Oh, that's really cool.
The guy that ran it, oh my gosh, he got so mad. Like, we would just joke around. We're like, oh, look, this is like a video game. Play on my computer. And he would get so mad. He's like, this is not like a video game.
You're like, actually, no, it really is actually like the video game.
I'm like, it kind of is outside of the moving seat and the actual shifter and all that stuff. I'm like, it's kind of like, to be honest, ATS actually looks better than that simulator.
Right, yeah, usually they do. Like, even now, the newer flight simulators that I've seen pilots training on look pretty good. But, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, they were terrible looking.
Yeah.
So, I'm interested to see. Here's my thing. If I can justify... It's hard for me to justify spending $120 on a video game right now. Like, my work is... It's not... I picked up this week, but the work has been slow, and I know that, you know, they're talking now about locking more stuff down, and, you know, like, it's like, I don't know if I'm going to have work in 3 weeks. So for me to drop $120 on a game, I know that I might possibly over 2 years or a year maybe make that back on YouTube. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I mean, the only thing I could think of to do would be like to get it and then like honestly go through every single airport, like make a video for each airport and a video for each airplane that's in the premium, so that people later on can decide whether they want to buy it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Kind of like reviewing a DLC or something like that. Like I could see maybe investing in it for that, but I don't think I even am going to have the money. Like Moni and I were talking about it. She's like, well, you can get the premium version if you really want it. And I'm like, I don't think I can even afford it. Like, I got to pay for my car. I got to pay my electric bill. I got, you know, my cable bills coming due. Like, I don't think I'm going to have the money for it when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm fighting. I'm trying to decide when the new NBA basketball game comes out, whether I buy the standard $60 or the $100 version. But I'm leaning towards the 100 because if you get the $100 version, you also get it for both PS4 and PS5. So you'll get the PS4.
Oh, that's cool.
Free when it comes out.
Yeah, and I mean, I could get.
That might make sense.
I guess there's some kind of like Xbox game. I'm so spoiled. I've been using Stone Valley and
oh yeah.
The corn looks better than this does.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. And on Roll Masao also, it looks better.
That's one thing I didn't think of, because Flight Simulator is Microsoft, right? So
yeah,
they'll have it on Game Pass, right?
Well, you can buy the Xbox if you get the Xbox Game Store or whatever for PC. It's like some new app that's in beta testing. It includes the base version of the Flight Sim.
Oh, okay.
And it's like $6 a month or something like that. So I might go that route. I don't know. We'll see. I hate putting...
I've thought about possibly getting that for when Halo comes out.
By the way, we're making corn silage, or corn... I'm leaving behind the corn droppings for the baler. Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
What field did we had... I forgot we had corn on 15.
Yeah, we need to sell this stuff. Whoa, what happened? I just had a corn run through. Anyway, it's... I'm excited about it. I've always loved flight sims. I did find out that this version... from the get-go, it's going to support track IR. It doesn't support motion, what do you call it, VR? But they are supporting track IR from day one. So I'm excited about that because I do have track IR, and I play Aerofly 2, and that game is incredible with the track IR. It makes a huge difference not to have to use the joystick hat to look around the cockpit, but to actually look and see where you're, because when you're flying and you're trying to line up for a runway, it's really, really hard to do it with the joystick or the mouse. Like, it's super unnatural. And landing an aircraft is one of those things where when you're on your base leg, you have to look left and stay looking left to line the aircraft up with the runway. It would be just like me having you make a left turn in a car and not look where you're turning. Right. It's a real important thing, and that's the Aerofly was the first time I'd ever played with a track IR, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, it made landing like 90% easier when you come in and you can actually just look to the left or look to the right and see the runway. It was like, whoa, look at that. I get like perfect landings every time because I can actually see where I'm going. So I'm excited about that. I think that's going to be really cool. But the graphics look like Moni and I were watching videos of it before we started recording, and it looks amazing. So I think the graphics look really good, and I think that even playing like Aerofly 2 is one of the latest flight sims, and the graphics still pale in comparison to the new Microsoft one. So, but we'll see how it runs on my computer too. Like. Are they running it on a dual processor system with 4 video cards, to make it look that good? But the specs aren't too high. I mean, they're saying for recommended specs are basically my computer. So and then if you want the super computer specs, then they do recommend a much newer computer. But for the standard gameplay, they said that this computer is just fine. So we'll see. Have you guys done a lot of flight simming or no?
Never played.
Okay, so neither of you have done any flight sim stuff.
No, I haven't either. I'd really like to get into it, but like I said, I want to buy one of the yokes and the throttle board or something.
Yeah, you'll need if you're gonna do it like a Cessna, you'll need a yoke and a throttle and rudder pedals.
Yeah.
So you're looking at probably $400, $350, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and that's why I really haven't got into it.
Yeah, I just use a joystick with a twist, it twists, so that's your rudder, and then it has a little throttle on the side. And I use that. It's fine. It's not as cool as having the whole yoke set up, but even those are expensive though. Like a standard force feedback joystick, you're still looking at $150.
Yeah.
So I got mine. Actually, I got mine when Flight Sim X came out. I got it on sale at Best Buy in Indianapolis. I was working out there and I saw it. It was on sale for, I want to say it was 80. It had been $120 and it was on sale for $89. And I've had that flight stick, and I think I've told you guys this before. I've had it for 18 years.
Right.
And it still works fine. It's 100% functional. So I don't know if Microsoft still makes them, but I would imagine with this flight sim coming out, they probably will.
No, there's only one problem I'm finding out so far with these cultivator feeders.
What's that?
There's patches that unplanted at the end of the rows.
Oh, where they overlap?
Yeah, well, because it cultivates out in front and then plants behind.
And it actually it's not like a regular seeder. Yeah, it actually cultivates.
Yeah. So there's like little spots cultivated where there's nothing planted, but I
That's
mean,
okay.
We're only using this for oilseed radish.
Yeah, it's for fertilizer. Yeah, that's fine.
Missing a few spots is not a big deal.
So can we just sell this corn, the corn stalk, silage or whatever?
I mean, we can.
Or should we keep it?
I mean, depending on how many bales we get, I'd say maybe store a few bales up for when we do get cows. That way, in case we get cows and need bedding, but we don't have any corn ready to go right away, we've got some already.
Are we supposed to wrap those or no?
No.
All right. So that some wrapping, it's already silage. Is that how that works?
What,
Not for bedding,
corn
no.
stock bales? No, they're just. It's just the corn stalks baled up, and it just lays out as a bedding.
Oh yeah, it's bedding. It's not food.
Straw.
Not food, bedding.
Yeah, it replaces straw basically.
Sweet. Yeah, so this has been a crazy busy week. I was kind of a little frustrated today. I went to do a couple drone shoots. I had four shoots, two of which had drone. And I got there and went to fly, and the drone said it's in a no-fly zone. Well, one of the local airports changed its they changed its runway pattern, and so it's now a no-fly zone. And I can fly there once I get approval, but now I got to file with the FAA, and like it's not bad. It takes probably like an hour or two to get filed. But I'm gonna have to now file a flight plan with them, and I was like, dang it! I just wanted to go get these jobs done, and now I gotta like do more paperwork and legwork for them. You know, and the drone ones don't pay very much, so it stinks because it's like, ugh, I gotta go back there, and it's about an hour away. I was like, shoot, I'm gonna not make any money on this one. And then the guy called today, and he's like, can we, like, is there any way you can save us some money? Because I mean, they have done a lot of work. They've done probably $3,000 worth of jobs with me this year. He's like, can you put us on some kind of budget plan? I'm like, yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that. Dang it, like they want discounts.
Everybody wants a discount.
I know, but I do a lot of work with these guys. I mean, it's like I've done probably 15 jobs this year already with them.
Yeah.
So
And, most places do that when you have someone that does a lot of business with you.
Yep.
That's like for us, we have programs with different shops that the more they buy from us, the more they can save.
Right. Yeah. So I probably should give them like a 20% discount or something, you know, on the next project.
I had a shop. It was a couple of weeks ago. A shop that we don't go to a ton, but they just ordered some basic batteries, like some AA, AAA batteries and whatever. And I got out there and I'm like, well, this seems like a odd, small little purchase for you guys. And they're like, yeah, we just had to hit our monthly quota so we can keep our deal. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Hilarious. So they just bought some batteries so that they could get to their quota for the month.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
But I mean, if they hit the quota and it saves them whatever percentage on parts,
it's worth it, right?
Buy a little extra.
And just swing around the other way. Yeah, so I've been having fun. Kyle and I are doing a snow runner series together. That's been fun.
Oh, nice.
Well, how's Kyle doing?
He's doing well.
Nice.
I know he's been a little bit sick. Like he's got some, you know, some health issues that he's been dealing with, and I think they're long term, like things that he's been dealing with for a long time, and he's a little frustrated with that. But he's been doing really well. He has llamas now, I think, at his farm.
Say what?
He has llamas now at his farm.
Oh,
Let's play with the llamas. Watch out, they spit.
He loves them. Oh, you're using the GPS mod, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Look at how cool that is.
That's my favorite part about the GPS. I don't have to make really tight turns. I can do a wider turn and then come back and do the next pass.
You're gonna have to teach me how to use it. I tried to use it on a single player game, and I'm like, what the flip? And I couldn't get it working.
So it's really simple. It's just a couple of buttons once you get used to it.
Yeah, I couldn't make it do what I wanted to do. I couldn't get it turned on. I couldn't get it to line up with the field properly. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it's basically all you need. Alt-C to turn it on, Control-S to go in and set your width and everything, and then Alt-E to get the mapping started.
What does the mapping do?
That controls the lines. That gets your line started.
Okay. You'll have to show me.
But yeah, so you'll hit Alt-E, and then you'll hit it until you see a little A pop up, and then once that pops up, you drive like 15 meters or more, then hit it again, and then you'll see lines that'll pop up. It'll show your lines, and then we can start.
Oh, like a bunch of them?
It'll give you 3. It gives you a center line and 2 outer lines.
Okay, yeah, I kind of remember that. All right.
Yeah, and once you get it going, you can choose. I leave the lines on because it's easier to see, but you can turn them off if you want.
Okay. Whoa.
And it remembers the field. Some people, there's supposed to be a system to remember fields. Like you can set it up for a certain number of fields. So you select that field, you select it, and then you're good to go. I haven't figured that out yet. I've tried to save them, but every time I go back to the field, it just resets anyway. Like, I don't.
Now, can you do curves and stuff with it, or no? It's just a straight line?
Just straight. I want to say somewhere in the menu. I want to say somewhere in here. There's like a headland mode.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, "What is that?" Like, it had like a headland mode.
I haven't figured that stuff out quite yet.
Okay.
Mode, I'll go around the outer edges myself, and then I'll just do straight lines back and forth. So, and there is offset. So if you've got like say you're like mowing with the pull bind, hay bind that actually goes out to the right a little bit, you can do the offset.
Oh yeah, so it does it in the proper spot.
Yep, that's a little more confusing to set up, but
yeah, I bet.
There is.
Sometimes if you do auto width, it'll automatically set it up for you.
Yep. And every once in a while you got to be careful and watch the offset, I've noticed, because like sometimes I've gotten into a spot where the implement isn't completely straight.
Okay.
It's like turned slightly, so it will set, when you do auto width, it'll set an invert for it. It'll set the offset because it's slightly turned, so it thinks it's offset.
Okay.
It's not actually an offset, so then for that you just want to reset it back to 0.
Okay.
But it's not too hard. I mean, we can walk you through it. If there's like a field you're working on and you want to get it started, we can try to help you walk through it.
I don't think we're going to be able to do it on this field because it's so narrow.
Yeah, 15's probably one that by the time you get it set up, you're already done with the small, skinny field. But it is long, so you do have the long straights.
There goes Taylor zipping by.
Get all the yeah. Now, to be fair, if you since you have the corn stalks the way that it's done up right now, you wouldn't want the corn texture that is on.
True, because it's pulled it up and made it into the
because it's already cut that all down, so you wouldn't have any stalks standing up. I'm curious, if you turn off the windrow, does it actually change the texture?
Let me see.
I'd just be curious if you put 2 different textures in.
No, that's not it.
There you go. Nope, same texture.
Well, hold on. Oh no, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You probably figured most people are gonna use it that way. So.
Yeah. Oh, there's still stalks there. I guess I just like the on the Romashawo and also on the Stone Valley 2 or whatever, the 2X, the textures have that. It looks like corn on the ground. Like you can see the stalk a lot better. It looks more like you can really see it. Like here in Ohio, that's what you see.
Yeah, this one, this texture just has the nuts. I think it's, I want to say it's the base.
Yeah, it's the base. It's the default one. Yeah.
Which still to this day bugs me. It's like Giants, like, look at this great, amazing game, and I'm like, your textures are so bad. Like people, as soon as the game comes out, people come out with better textures.
Right. 5 minutes.
5 minutes, right? Yeah.
Someone on his
I could fix that. That looks terrible. Let's fix that.
Right. I was like, come on, Giants. Like, and that's not even like a, you know, an American guys can play. Oh well, you just don't like they all do European textures. Well, I get it. They're European companies. That's what they do. Textures are the same. Like I'm pretty sure corn in Europe looks the same as
right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a big difference there.
That's a universal.
Corn is the same world round.
No. The only thing that I don't like when they add those textures, because I don't know if no one's figured it out or if they just haven't done it, but no one does different textures yet based on what you're doing.
Oh.
So like on Stone Valley, when you harvest corn like you're harvesting it right now, you do want that texture that looks like that field where the stalks are grown up like that.
Right.
But if you're forage harvesting it, it should be a different texture because you wouldn't have those stalks standing up.
Right.
Because the forage harvester goes a lot lower and chops it all up.
It rips it, yeah. And doesn't also with a forage harvester, what was I going to say? Oh, you chop it down at a different time too. You get it earlier.
Yeah, you can do that in Farm Sim though.
Yeah.
But
wouldn't the texture look different? It'd be like green on the ground instead of, you know.
Yes, it wouldn't look brown and dried because it's not brown and dried. It's green.
I mean, how are you walking around and cultivating at the same time?
Magic.
He's left the tractor, folks.
Whoops.
He's abandoned the tractor.
I have. I even like with the GPS, like when you get to the edge. Oh. When you get to the end of the row, it'll like beep at you, telling you that you're there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's like the real GPS.
You have arrived at your destination.
So if you're busy recording your YouTube videos for your farm.
Right. That's right.
You talking, you just hear a little beep, I'm like, oh, hey, time to go.
Back with you, YouTube. Hold on.
Just one moment, please.
One moment. Un momento.
No, I really am enjoying this farm. I think the map looks great. Taylo, if you see people asking for the map in the comments, can you please bump them the link?
Okay.
Like, here's where you go to get it. Because I don't know where to get it. I'm like, I don't know. Taylo gave it to me.
Yeah, I'll go in and check the comments.
All right, cool. Because people were asking, like, where do I get that map? That looks awesome.
It does. It really looks like a good map.
Yeah. Once again, very little frame rate dropping and smooth gameplay.
Yeah. And to answer some people's questions that I have seen, it is PC only.
Yeah.
It's even for us, it's not on the mod hub. I had to get it from Facebook. So.
Is it the guy didn't want it to be on Mod Hub? Is that the deal?
I think so.
Is he one of these separatists?
No, it's just a lot of guys don't like to because there's a lot of things that you have to make perfect that you don't have to if you just release it on PC.
Oh.
And console's even worse. Console, it's the things these modders go through to get stuff on console is actually really a lot of work.
To the point where they're like, why bother?
Yeah, so some won't even bother, so. But there are a lot of guys too that are, especially this year, they've started doing it more. Like if they make a piece of equipment that has a branding that can't be on console, they'll put the branded version on PC, and then on for console they rebrand it Lizard.
Oh, okay.
So that's like the Lizard stuff you're seeing. Like console just got a Gravity Wagon here a couple days back that was just a Lizard branded.
Oh, are they like JL or whatever they call those? The
J&M. Yeah, they're like the J&M gravity wagon carts.
So are those available now for PC?
Yes, PC and console.
Oh, cool.
But they're, I think actually on both they're just Lizard branded, and they can be but they set it up to be colored whatever you want, so whatever farm you're running you can match the color, which is kind of cool.
I mean, in America that's what we use. Either we use this, like what we're doing here with the auger wagon. I see this a lot. Like locally we see a lot of auger wagons. Or they use the gravity wagons.
Right. I would say, to be honest, with the smaller tractors we have and the cultivators and stuff, a farm that size would probably still be using gravity wagons over a semi.
Yes. Yep, I agree. In fact, that's most of the smaller farms do use the gravity wagons. I was going to say that either, and when I have seen the auger wagons, they're like big tractors pulling them.
Oh yeah, they're because they can still be pretty big and hold a lot.
Yep.